So I need you to let me know
Uh-oh. You
if
need me. You
yes.
starting off a sentence with "you need me" is wild.
Okay. Well, I need your help. How about that?
All right, what's up?
So you've never been to my home, but and I'm gonna keep this brief. I live in a townhome community. My wife and I have an in unit. Our door and our neighbor's door are pretty close together, right? Again, they're townhomes. We've been here for like 5, 6 years. It's been really cool, really chill. We think our neighbor, they rent their third room out to random people. But again, it's against the HOA, but everything's been chill. Like there's been no problems. But now they have rented their room to this gentleman, and I am 98% sure that he is selling stolen goods out of that house. Not only are they stolen, but
Oh my dear Lord! That's not where I thought this was going, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
so
Oh
not
shit.
only again, I believe 98% sure these are stolen goods, but the problem is he's selling them out of the front of this house, which means he is selling stolen goods near my front door. And there are these weird people standing like when I come home from work, my wife come
Wait,
home.
wait.
Say what?
He's selling it where? Like he not even having people come in?
He not having like the people will be standing outside. Again, our doors are like this, so like we have to walk by them. And again, when I say stolen goods, I mean like off-brand drill sets, drones, stuff like that. Like I believe they are 100% stolen. I don't know where they are putting this, but anyway, like I got home from work yesterday and there's this weird guy in pajama pants like standing on the sidewalk in front of my door, and he looking at me like I'm a stranger. Like, dog, I pay the mortgage in this house. You. So it was cool in the beginning, but now it's starting to become a problem because there are just random people here, people that I don't know, people that I'm not comfortable with standing in my front door. Like I told my wife last night, like our door is not a storefront. So I have bought a Ring camera. It will be here tomorrow, and I'm going to place that joint right on top of my door, and it's going to get everything. And the goal is hopefully this deters this stupid behavior, because that's exactly what it is.
Okay, but what if it doesn't?
Then it's recorded.
Okay, so you wanted to start the pod off, Hendrix, all up in my ear trying to lick my ear. You wanted to start the pod off by letting the world know about your snitching behaviors?
Yes, 1000%. Because
Ladies and
here's the
gentlemen.
thing. If the police come, because here's the thing, he is also a bald black man. And I've told my wife, one of my biggest fears is he sells something that's bad. And someone's like, yeah, it's that bald dude that live in that house. And now someone knocking on my door, or they see me walking outside. I was like, yeah, that's the one. Like, nah, dog. And if the police come in, talking about something, do you know? Yeah, officer, I know. Because you know what? I ain't going to jail for nobody. And I don't like weird people standing outside of my house. Like the past 2 Fridays at 10 o'clock, he been outside selling drones to kids. Dog, get the fuck out of here with that foolishness. And you can call it, I don't care what you call it. You can call it snitching. I don't care.
So wait, so wait, so wait, so wait. My man was selling. So what if he not selling any stolen goods? What if he buying this stuff? And
they are 1,000. Trust me, I've been around enough shady people in my life to know when something shady is happening. And this is the Richter scale of shadiness, because the person who delivers the goods look like she be stealing them from an Amazon warehouse. It look like she working Amazon. She be stealing stuff, bringing it to him. He be selling it. And the crazy thing is, why would you bring people to your front door? Like, what's to stop someone from punching him in his face and walking in my neighbor's house and ransacking the place? Because he leave the door open when he doing business.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 151.
Am I tripping though? Like, tell me, like, am I tripping?
We do not condone snitching. Here's what I would do in this situation. A rapper once said, "I wish an N-word would like a tree in this bitch." And that's my brother. If I was you, that's how I would live.
So you just go up and rough them up or just threaten them?
Nah. See, I always believe that in order to teach all, you got to teach one.
Okay.
Well. You got to teach one well. Let me tell you something let me tell you something completely unrelated, but very unrelated. Some days I pray that I find a homeless man trying to break into a car or something of mine. I pray that I catch a homeless trying to steal something of mine. Do you know why?
Why is that?
That might be the last thing that homeless person ever steal in their life, or at least for me. I'm going to make sure that they learn stealing is not the way. And the only way to do that is to beat they... Listen.
But no. But here's the thing, though, right? Like, there's some days where, like, my wife works from home. She's here working from home while I am in the office. Like, say she goes out to get the mail and someone sees her, and, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's too much. It's like it's too many people in front of my door that I don't know.
True.
And that camera could be a deterrent.
Do you have the contact information of the people?
Of who?
The actual owners.
Yeah, they live next door. So the owners,
they just rent out their third room.
They rent out because there's 3 bedrooms, and they rent out their third room. I have it there. They kind of use it as a halfway house, but they rent out their third room to other people.
Oh, like yeah. Listen, if it was me, I'm just trying to catch one person slipping.
So
I'm trying to catch one person slipping.
And here's the thing, because it's gonna be very obvious what I'm doing. And I told her, if someone say anything to me, we can go to the HOA right now. You can ask him where his lease at. Like, if we want to get dirty, we can get dirty.
Wait, y'all not supposed to have Ring cameras?
No. Yeah. So when we first moved in 5 years ago, we went to an HOA meeting, and the people were like, why are there Ring doorbells? It's an invasion of privacy. Because it is, right? Because our doors are so close together, you can keep track of who's coming out of your neighbor's house. Like, I understand the argument.
No, well, first off, yo, this is what I would tell my neighbor. See, this is what I tell my neighbors. Yo, if you think I want to look in your rat fucking house smoking fucking crack. Oh my God, the unmitigated gall of people. Yeah, I want to see your little Toshiba fucking TV from my Ring camera. Yo, the audacity of you people. These are the same people who swear up and down that they don't want to use certain devices because the government is listening to you. Some of you need to realize that you are only important to your mother.
Hello.
Not even the government give a fuck about you. Son? Welcome to episode 150. Let's be honest. You motherfuckers, they be the ones. Yo, listen to you. This got to be an American mindset. This is an American mind to think that we got. Some of us think we more important than. Yo, dog. I need some of y'all to realize that the day you pass away, the only people who will give a fuck in this world is everyone who was there when you was born, and the rest of us the rest of us is gonna be like a bear shitting in the woods. Like, come on, dog. Oh my God.
So I'm not tripping.
No, these people are tripping for thinking there's an invasion of privacy with a Ring camera.
No, I'm not saying not them specifically. I'm saying that other people in the community, that was the argument.
And I'm saying, listen to the hypocrisy. Somebody is renting a third room out and bringing God knows who in and out of this neighborhood. Heaven forbid I get a Ring camera to see if someone stole a package from my front door. My front door. Or someone trying to kick my door in. You want to hear something? So this morning I was practicing. I tried this out real quick.
Okay.
This is the London mixed with a little bit of Sweeter Man by Drake.
Okay.
It was like right here. I was like, nah, this shit kind of fly.
Okay. Are you gonna break this at your next session?
I might. This is kind of fly. Nah, I ain't gonna hold you. That's kind of fly.
I like it, and I don't even like Young Thug. I don't like listening to Young Thug, but that was smooth.
I got a video of me like live making that, and I was like, it's kind of choppy.
You got all this content, but you don't put it nowhere.
TikTok, Nick. I'll be posting on TikTok.
Okay, see, I don't be on. I refuse to download TikTok. That is a conversation in my house.
Yeah, no, I do got TikTok. I did record myself like live mixing it, but it was kind of like towards the because here's what it was. I was mixing it live, and as I was starting to get into it, I was like, nah, this shit kind of fly. I should probably record this. And when I recorded, I was like, halfway through the song. So now I gotta figure out how I want to re-record. I can either mix it again or I can play it and just be like, was fucking around, yada yada, what y'all think. But
I like it. If my opinion means anything. B-League. What's up, man?
51 of Speak On It. You already know when you see this Nas fade, it could only be one brother, the good brother, Los D Mix, as always, joined every Tuesday. The smoothest bald head. Yes, the smoothest bald head contemplates snitching.
Call it what you want. Call it what you want.
Yeah, listen. Here's how I believe in Cold War snitching.
That's what this is. This is complete. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just putting it up. Well, I ain't saying nothing to nobody. And if someone say something to me, I'm just going to say, hey, there's been a lot of foot traffic at my front door lately. I don't know none of these people. Packages be going missing all the time.
Yeah. See, no, actually, in that case, I might be with you because I actually do believe in Cold War snitching. I believe that, I may be doing some fuck shit, but if you're not going to say it, cool. But if I'm doing some fuck shit and you say something, just know I'm on your ass. I'm talking about until my very last day on this earth. I don't care. I don't care if I got stage 4 cancer. I'm on your ass. Anything and everything you do, you out of here. Don't even sniff the wrong way.
Hey, I'm saying,
don't come home with no extra women because I'm telling your wife. Don't come home with no new babies. I'm telling your wife. Like, don't do nothing. Live the high and mighty if you go there. You better stop. Because I'm petty too. I'm not just delivering news, the old knocking on the doorway. Nah, snip, 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 snip. I'm taking pictures. I'm delivering it with a cute bow tie wrapped with some candy.
At work while she at work.
Yeah. Play with me if you want to. Listen. Some of y'all need to know that some of us out here. No, I'm not gonna say some of us because I don't want. No, actually, I do want to be included in some of this. Including my next statement. I want people to recognize I am talking about myself when I say this next statement. Some of y'all need to realize that some people don't believe in taking the high road. There are a lot of people out here that believe in true mudslinging. Like y'all think that Donald Trump is the first Donald Trump and he's the only Donald Trump out here. There are a lot of people who are just waiting on certain people to say certain things so they can press what they believe is their own red button. I believe everyone's got their own red button. And some of you motherfuckers out here don't really recognize that you are somebody's red button. Somebody's just waiting on you to say something. And they is on your ass. There's a few people I know, they waiting on me to say something, and they on, oh boy. Hey, bark up this tree if you won't. You better hide. Oh my God. I'll find out something about a person. Everything. And man, Danny, today, we're going to be talking about, listen, today we're going to talk a little NFL. We almost here. Some quarterbacks got paid. Other quarterbacks being bitchy. We gonna talk about it. Obviously, we got the Olympics. B-League's in here. He already asked us. Want to talk about how America is blowing chunks at the Olympics. Maybe not in that direct language, but I get what you mean. But thank you, B-League. Thank you for showing up. Really, really appreciate it. And he said, congrats on getting through a really, really dead-ass offseason. Hey, man, we're here. We're fine.
Hey, it wasn't dead for me. Luka was out here killing it till he wasn't.
It was dead for me. Especially when you're watching your two best players from your professional basketball team be like the best two players on the Olympic basketball team, and then you got to go back and remember who their supporting cast is when the NBA starts. We'll get into some commissioner talk. We'll get into some SummerSlam look ahead chat later today. I have a beef with Marvel movie since we had the Marvel Comic-Con. Matter of fact, we might start the show with that.
Please, because you put that in the notes, and I was like, oh yeah, turn this up.
Let's just get there. Matter of fact,
let's do this.
Where's my?
So you watched the movie.
Listen,
not the Wayne Blunt.
So over the weekend, I don't know if people saw, but Marvel announced that Robert Downey Jr. will be returning to the Marvel Cinematic Universe in 2026 as Dr. Doom. If you watch the comics, there is a storyline where there is a deviant. Basically, there is a Iron Man deviant that is Dr. Doom, and that's what I think they're basing this off of. Avengers Doomsday 2026, whatever. So when they bring back RDJ, when they bring back Rob, I'm like, all right, well, if Rob coming back, I got to get back in. Like, if Rob coming back and we doing Marvel this way, I got to get caught up. So I'm chatting my man Drew. Shout out Vented Media. That's my guy. He was like, yo, here's the order of things you should watch if you want to be caught up by XYZ, you know. Because I just saw Wolverine and Deadpool this weekend, so I was all right.
Clean.
It was nice. It was nice. I liked it. So he was like, start off with Thor: Love and Thunder before you watch either something else, and then watch Loki season 2, because he said Loki season 2 is the shit.
It is.
So I said, okay, I'm gonna watch it. So I start off with Thor: Love and Thunder. I got 10 minutes into the movie, and I said, is it me, or is this movie might be some bullshit? Then I got 20 minutes in, and I said, nah, I think this story. Which this, my good brother. When I got to about an hour into this movie, it was then I knew. Nah, this movie is some legitimate bullshit. So yeah, how you look when you watching a movie that you know is some bullshit? You either fall asleep, or when you know you got to finish it, you be sitting there tight. So here I am watching this movie tight as hell. Like, really? This how we doing Thor? Y'all got Christian Bale in here looking like a heroin crackhead. Y'all got Lady Thor just walking up to a broken hammer and this shit getting together, and now she's Thor?
Now, that experience, and I imagine having that experience after paying to see that movie, because that's what happened to me. I went on a Sunday. I remember I was like, dear, I'm just going to go to the movies. I think she went to get her nails done. I'm like, I'm going to go see Thor. I was so angry. It is such a terrible movie.
Like, it was.
Like the ending when she sees Idris Elba, I was like, come on.
Listen, it was so bad that like 15 minutes in, I said, no, this has to be a troll. There's no way that Marvel put this out. This is bad. Like, it is like, I was stunned. Marvel delivered this. Hey, Liam Hemsworth, Chris Hemsworth, whichever brother you was, I know you was mad. I know by the time you saw that last rendering of that movie, you just shook your head. At least I got my check. That was bad.
I think that was the start of their terrible run, because Ant-Man Quantumanium sucked too. I hated that movie. Have you seen that one yet?
That might be my next one in my it might be next. Actually, that actually might be the next one.
Just read the synopsis on Wikipedia. Save your time. Ant-Man Quantumanium was terrible.
I gotta listen. I told my man, because he told me do not watch Secret Wars. He said Secret Wars is like god awful, or whichever one Nick.
With Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, he said.
Yeah. That's not good either. Like, I'm all cut up there. But Loki season 2. Like, if you make it to Loki season 2,
because that's when he said they brought Kevin Feige and them back in, and that's when he started. And that's why I got way better. So,
and Wolverine and Deadpool will make more sense after you watch Loki season 2, because Loki season 2 leads into Deadpool versus Wolverine.
Okay, all right.
Like, you learn about the TVA in Loki season 2, like even more.
Okay, so I was tight. And I watched that shit yesterday. That's why it was so prevalent in my mind as when we were going through pre-pro notes. I was like, no, we got to speak to this.
No, that was hilarious.
All right. into our sports talk. You want to talk a little NFL, my good brother?
Let's do it.
All right. Let's start. QB paid. Tua and the Dolphins agreed to a 4-year, $212 million extension. Then we saw Jordan Love and the Packers agree to a 4-year, $220 million extension. So these two teams, they've locked in their QBs for the foreseeable future. I'm going to ask you a question from a cynical point of view.
Yes.
Which franchise will regret that contract first? Now, yeah, that's the first question. Who's going to be the franchise to regret the extension first?
I feel like Miami regrets it already. But if you're Miami, what are you going to do? The AFC East is weak, and you've already built this team to win right now. Like, you don't know how much time you have left for Tyreek Hill. You don't know how much Jalen Waddle. I think has Waddle gotten paid yet? I think he has. I think he got paid last year. Like, you have this core. The AFC East is weak. Now's your time to strike, and you just hope maybe one year it all works out, and you win the AFC East, and you're fighting for the 1 seed in the AFC. So Patrick, oh no, Patrick Mahomes has to go to Miami in January. Oh no, that's not intimidating at all. But I feel like the Dolphins probably regret it already.
I think I agree with you. I think the Dolphins are gonna end up regretting it more. But I think more so not because of the player, but because of the structuring of the contract. I think if the Dolphins are able to maybe get a glimpse of the numbers that Jordan Love's deal had. Jordan Love, for as big of a contract that it is, it's a little bit more team friendly than people think. It doesn't really start hitting the salary cap hard maybe until like 26.
And by the time that happens, guess what? He re-ing up for another contract because that's what smart organizations do.
Yeah. I think the Dolphins are looking at Tua like this. If within these first 2 years, you have us in a position where we are the ones in the AFC, I could see them either trying to hit him with another extension towards like the end of this next one, like going into year 3, or if they don't, I think that by then I think they'll know Tyreek Hill's probably back half his career, probably getting ready to start going downhill in his production. Jalen Waddle, we don't know if he'll be as consistent or as productive then. Listen, man, I just think in a few years we're going to look back on that Jordan Love contract and say this might have been a steal and a half of a deal, numbers wise.
But you know what? Looking at this Tua contract, they can get out under it after the 2026-27 season. So you got 3 years of it. So 24, 25, 26, and you only have a $19 million dead cap, which is a lot, but it's not like the Russell Wilson dead cap. So I don't know, like that. We got you for 3 years. After that, we can go from there. I don't think, because 3 years from now, I feel like Tyreek Hill is going to be on the decline. Jalen Waddle, you can see if you want to resign. Okay, so it's not as bad as I thought it was, but still, that's a lot of M's for Tua Tagovailoa, in my opinion. But good, congrats to him.
How would you feel? Do you think the Dolphins have the utmost confidence in Tua, or you think they have enough to pay him now and just pray that it works out?
The latter, because again, we always talk about they got to get rid of this guy. He sucks, and Dallas is running into the same thing. Who you gonna get that's better? Who are you gonna get that's better than Tua right now?
If speaking of which, based off these 2 deals, how much do you think that Prescott gets?
Oh, Dak getting 58, 60 million a year. Dak gonna reset the market. Dak gonna get 58, 60 off top. That's the floor. Like, ain't no way I'm gonna be making 2 M's more than Tua Tagovailoa. Hell no. Run me my 60.
So Jerry's plan was, when they paid Dak all them years ago, since then they've had 2 or 3 straight 10, 11, 12 seasons. Jerry's plan was, after the last time he extended Dak, by the time you should be up for another extension, we will have already won another Super Bowl. And in that case, if you win another Super Bowl, I'll pay you whatever.
Yep.
and it hasn't been done. And now he's looking at it like 4 more years, and y'all don't win another Super Bowl. I might not even be here.
And I think for Jerry, and I think this is a very interesting thing to think about. The past 2 quarterbacks he has had, he found late in the draft, right? He's gotten lucky. He got lucky with Tony, and he got lucky with Dak. So I would not be shocked if there was a piece of him was like, well, maybe we can draft someone else in the 4th round and it work out again for a 3rd time. Because think about it, since they've had 2 guys. Well, how long was Tony there? Tony was there for 8-9 years, and now Dak's been there 6-7 years. Like, you've had 15 plus years of quarterback play from quarterbacks that weren't highly touted. So I'm sure if you're Jerry, knowing if Jerry's history, there's probably some ego like, oh, we can do that again. But we got the team. We're gonna pay CD. We're gonna pay Micah. Like we can do this again. We can put in the tools are there. We can put in another 4th rounder, and let's go from there.
So here's the thing with that. You got lucky with Dak, and you got lucky with Tony.
Yep.
How lucky do you think you're going to get, especially in these next? Like, look at the landscape of QBs. Are you sure you're going to get one?
Oh, like, I'm with you. I think it's a terrible idea, but I would not be shocked if that was
like. Is your hope that if Dak isn't good enough this year and you let him hit free agency, that next year you guys would be so bad that you might have a shot at Arch Manning after that?
After 1 year at Texas or 2 years at Texas? Like, is that the like, or do you think, or if you
I'm not responding to that, Jamie. For those watching, Jamie, sup Jamie, by the way. K-Man joined the sup Jamie and Bam. Jamie asked if we've been bumping that new Eminem. No.
Never.
Anyway.
Because what QB is coming up in the next 2-3 years get people excited? Shador, Manning, I think Carson Beck, people like him out of Georgia. Like, there really isn't.
Maybe Cam Ward out of Miami. Trying to think. Kyron Drones, Virginia Tech. Maybe.
Yeah, someone's going to, because there's always a void for 3 to 4 every year. Someone's going to step into that role, no problem. But even if you're Dallas, do you think you're going to be in a position this year for, like you said, so is this year all or nothing? All right, it didn't work. Dak, you're out of here. Trey Lance, you're in. Hopefully we suck bad enough that this time next year, or not this time, 2 years from now, they're entering the season with a highly touted rookie. That's terrible, terrible management when you could have paid Dak 2 years ago, and now he still has 2 years left on his deal. And, you could be in a better position to pay Micah and CD.
Like, I honestly think that we maybe hopefully are moving away from the cheap we'll just draft another one route. There's only but so many organizations who have the ability to scout QBs on that level. Most of y'all should just pay the good or decent QB that you have and really aim to build around. Sometimes y'all be willing to not pay the QB, but pay the wide receiver.
Well, the history of the league shows that why, and I think that's about to change. We talked this a couple weeks ago. I think we're going to get to the point where teams, like, every year it seems like there's some sort of wide receiver phenom. Like, screw that. We're not going to pay you. We'll draft your replacement, and we'll just keep the ball rolling. Because it seems like last year it was Puka. Like, every year it seems like and granted, Puka was a late round pick, but like this year you got Malik Neighbors, you got Roman Dunze. Like, every year it seems like we're saying, man, this might be the best wide receiver class ever. I feel like every 2-3 years we're saying that. So why am I going to pay? And this is no disrespect because he's the best receiver on the planet. Why would I pay Jetta's $50 million, the second largest contract that's not a QB, when I can potentially draft his replacement from LSU? Mm-hmm. So I think that's where the league. I think receivers are going to get to a place where we see running backs now. Like, running backs, you can find a running back anywhere. Not that you can find a receiver anywhere, but you can find a wide receiver one in round 1. You can find wide receiver 1 at pick 28.
Mm-hmm. Pick 28 or round 2 or 3. You can find
round 2 or 3.
Devontae Adams. You can find a Jaden Reed. You can find a Christian Watson. You can find a Romeo. You can find really good.
You can find quality receivers in all rounds of football. And so I feel like we might be heading that way.
Speaking of quality receivers, we see a few of them that are holding in or just not showing up at all.
Yep.
I'm talking about CeeDee Lamb. I'm talking about Jamar Chase. I'm talking about guys like Trent Williams from the Niners. Guys like Brandon Ayuk, who are just holding out. So Danny, we have no new news on Brandon Ayuk in our weekly coverage, but in our weekly getting fired from your job talk to me about a time that you stopped working and still got what you wanted.
I'm going to harpen back to what you said earlier to Cold War snitching. Cold War not working. Like, so if you get to a point, and we've all been there, maybe you want to raise, you want the title change, whatever it is, and it's not happening. So you say to yourself, what can I do to get someone's attention? When someone asks you to do something that is above your pay grade, you can say, that sounds like something a XYZ would do. That sounds like a manager's responsibility. That is not in my job description. Again, you're not being, because the key is not to say something like, I don't feel comfortable doing that, because then HR can use that against you and be like, well, if you're not comfortable doing that, you're not comfortable to be a manager. Don't say that. It's more so, that seems like work for a manager, and I am not a manager. Never at work say you're not comfortable. I mean, unless it's illegal. But if you're at work and we're talking about duties, responsibility, don't say, yeah, I'm not comfortable doing that if it's not an ethical issue, because then HR can 100% use that against you when it's time for a promotion.
All right, simple. The time listen, usually any time that I've stopped working and got what I wanted was to not be working, because it was clear that somebody I was supposed to be working with didn't want me working there. Does that make sense?
Yep.
I go where I feel loved and where I feel loved and respected. So if I feel like your energy is telling me you don't want to be here, what I usually do is I actually, is there a certain way you want this done? Is there a certain way or idea that you see this being done? And 9 times out of 10, that person's going to say, well, I think we could. Well, hey, why don't you just give it a stab and then let me know, like follow me afterwards, and then I might make a tweak here and there, and then we just go from there. Because maybe I just don't see the vision. We can just go lead with you. Let them go do it. And you know what they do when they send it back? Don't even take a look at it. Looks good. Looks good.
I take everything I said back. That is Cold War. Screw everything I just said. That is hilarious.
I don't look at nothing. I swear, and I do this. I've done this every time. When I get that feeling, you don't want me, you just want to do it, and you just want me there while you're doing it. Cool. I'm gonna have you do it. Now I'm gonna put the ball back in your court, and when you send it my way,
spelling errors, everything.
Yeah, when you send it my way, court closed, baby. Whatever, however it look, you got it.
That's no, I high key love that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, because if you're not gonna look, don't come to me. Don't try to use your individualism because you're trying to boss up and then frame that as teamwork, because that's not teamwork. Again, I go back. A lot of people listen. Maybe it's because I've been an athlete and I've been on like actual teams, but I just feel like I'm not even saying I do that at a high level. But if you've played on like real team sports, you know how to move as a team, and you can tell when people don't know how to move as a team.
100%.
You gotta listen. You gotta let those people walk to the plank and jump. Let them find out that they can't swim, and then when you help them back up on the boat, that's when I look at them and be like, "So you gonna listen to me this time, or you gonna do it your way?"
I love that. I might take that myself.
You go
ahead. You got it.
Because a hard head make a soft ass every single time. Every single time.
That's hilarious. I love that. That might be the best advice you've ever given on this show.
Listen, I'm telling you. What? Hey, and you'd be surprised how fast it worked, because they start doing it by themselves, and then they realize they don't know what they was doing, or they didn't have everything that they need, or they like, all right, like, do you want help? I can let you do this, but do you want help?
No, that's great.
The Jets fined Aaron Rodgers a little north of $50,000 for that Egypt trip. That's why he came in with the shirt with the cat on it and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you something. There's also been some videos of Aaron Rodgers getting into it, maybe like going back with Garrett Wilson. There's reports of some sloppy practices, and just want to know. You think there's maybe something brewing in the waters between Aaron Rodgers and maybe Robert Saleh and coaching staff and the Jets potentially?
Yes, it is real tight around there because this is it. This is the year. If you don't do it this year, Aaron is gone and probably has to retire. Robert Saleh is gone, and the only person that's gonna be left is Sauce and Garrett Wilson. Yeah, it's gonna be real tight around there, and don't let them start 0-2.
You really think so? Like,
yes,
I've been hearing this narrative from a lot of y'all. Really think that the Jets are? It's like it's either you got to be good or everyone's gone.
Yes, because last year he tore his Achilles. All right, man, fine, can't control that. That's okay. But now, like, yeah, man, you better get it right, and you better get it right fast. Because we can't be going into week 6. Like we better be going into week 6 and 7 talking about AFC East title, not wild card draft pick.
I think okay, because it's hard because you could be 4-2 going, or you can be 4-1 going into week 6, and then you can lose 6 out of your next 7 and fall out of it. I would say if going into week 6, you got anywhere let's better look at halfway during the season. If you're halfway in the season and you're not at like 6 to 7 wins,
yeah, you got to be 3-4 games over 500 because I don't know when their bye week is. So if you go to week 8 and you haven't had your bye week, you better be 6-2.
Yeah, or 5-3, or not. I mean,
yeah, 5-3. But yeah, like fine. How about week 13?
But like, even in a bad season, I don't see everyone leaving. I see Coach Saleh leaving.
100. You think Aaron's gonna play one? You think they're gonna like say if it's a bad season, it's a bad season because of Aaron Rodgers shenanigans. You think the Jets are going to put up with that? Because you're going to be in a position to get Carson Beck or Shedeur Sanders. Potentially. Not that I don't think Shedeur should go anywhere near the Jets. That boy is a Raider. If there's ever a Raider on the planet, it's Shedeur.
Man, I don't want to say yes because I don't want Aaron Rodgers to go out like that.
I mean,
I would think that they would get rid of Robert Saleh first because I feel like in their mind they would probably think that they have a better chance of winning with Aaron than with Robert Saleh in his system.
That's fair.
One would say good quarterback, you haven't been able to do anything. So before we get rid of our XYZ amount of quarterback per year, why don't we try to bring someone else in that we think can work with him better? Even though I guess from the Jets perspective, you can look at it and say, yeah, we brought in your offensive coordinator. We brought in friends of yours that didn't work out. We've given everything. We've given you everything.
41.
You 41. Like, realistically,
we ain't got time
how many
for this.
more years do you think you have here just in the National Football League? The Jets could look at it like that. Like, yo, take team off of it. Take team off of it. No brand. You're 41, bro.
Yeah, you're 41.
How much longer do you think you're going to be doing this? So,
and at the same time, the kind of money Aaron is going to demand, even if it's for 1 year, it's time to pay Sauce and Garrett Wilson. Like that.
Actually, I like what Bam said. So Bam said Rodgers thinks what he did in Green Bay carries over to the New York Jets, but it's a "what have you done for me lately?" League. I really like
and all he's done is tore his Achilles and done shrooms.
And then true. He's also said Robert Saleh's defense has been fantastic. So if the Jets lose him, the Jets lose if they let him go. So I can see both sides of it. So that would be an interesting thing because I really feel like if there's not success there, then one of those sides has to go. And I think you can make an argument that each side has an argument that the other side should go.
And I'll say this. If both of them are fired, Saleh would get a job before Aaron.
You think? Well, yeah.
Saleh would get a job before Aaron. Yeah, and that's all you need to know.
Yeah. All right. Ready to talk about NFC West?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we are on our quest to week 1, year in and year out, we do a week-by-week breakdown of each of the 8 divisions in the NFL. Last week, we did the AFC East. The week before that, we did the AFC South. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we dip over into the NFC for the first time. and we are looking at the NFC West. Yes, that is the Arizona Cardinals, the San Francisco 49ers, the Seattle Seahawks, and the Los Angeles Rams. So you know how we're going to do this. We're going to go through each team's schedule. Not schedule. Well, we're going to go through their record, division and their team division MVP, breakout star, and maybe new storyline that we think, or the storyline within the division that we think is going to be the biggest. Danny, I don't know who went first last week. Was that you or me? Is that you? Me?
I think it was me last week.
Do you mind going first again this week?
I do not mind at all. So start with the record, going from worst to best. I think Arizona fans see the vision. Last year was rough. You got Marvin Harrison Jr. I think you're going to be last in the division, but you're 7-10. And I almost wanted to put 8-9. I almost flirted with 8-9. I damn near almost flirted with 9-8. But I'm going to go with 7-10. Kyler, if Marvin is the only thing, well, 7-10. Seattle, 9-8. Seattle has and what I'll talk about this a little. Seattle has a lot to think about and to contemplate about the team they want to be moving forward and where they want to go. I have the Rams. I think the Rams aren't going to be. I know they lost Aaron Donald, and Aaron Donald's a Hall of Famer. He's the best defensive tackle, not named Reggie White. 10-7. I think the Rams will be 10-7, and I think the 49ers. And there's a big asterisk here. If Brandon Ayuk is still there and everyone's happy, I got them at 11-6. I think they're the best team in that division.
Was that all four?
Yep, that was all four.
All right. I like that. Ray, where'd you have the Niners?
I have them winning the division, but there's a massive asterisk of how this Brandon Ayuk situation unfolds. If he is traded to DC, different conversation. But I am
moving. You had for the Niners?
I had him at 11-6, and that is dependent upon if Brandon Ayuk is there for the entire season.
Okay, so me and you have the Niners at the same 11-6. So I'll start at the bottom of the division then. So I actually have the Seattle Seahawks being last in the division at 7-10. I think Seattle, even though they're going to come in with a new head coach, I still think offensively they got some things to figure out. I think they need to figure out, offensively, behind DK Metcalf, who's going to be that real second receiving option. Tyler Lockett's got some age on him.
Yep.
Jackson Smith Njigba, he's young, so maybe we'll see if the year two gap or the year two jump really begins. And then defensively, I want to see how this team looks under the new system in Seattle, and how they play complementary football. This isn't going to, the head coach, he was the defensive coordinator in Baltimore last year. He doesn't have Lamar Jackson on his team anymore, which really helped your defense. So curious to see how they kind of start figuring that out. But I have them finishing last in the division at 7-10. The next two teams I have both at 10-7. But I feel like this next team is going to be 10-7 and be the 8th seed. So it'll be the first team out of the playoffs.
Okay.
And that is the Arizona Cardinals. I see them being a much better offensive unit, a healthy Kyler Murray after the second year, going with the ACL, with Marvin Harrison. I think they got James Conner back. They have, that begins to get better. They got in his second year in that system, I think Shane Steichen takes, or is that Jonathan Gannon?
That's Jonathan Gannon.
I think Jonathan Gannon helps, continue to build the culture in Arizona. And I see them winning maybe a few tight games. They probably maybe a loss. Like I could definitely see Kyler Murray, getting a win over the Rams or getting a win over the Niners. I could see them pulling out a few of those type of wins that might shock some people, but losing some games they probably should have lost and being one game out of the playoffs. It wouldn't surprise me if the Cardinals have a playoff spot last week of the season. All they got to do is win and they're in, and they lose like that.
Okay,
like one of those type of seasons. So I can see them being 10-7, not making the playoffs. The other 10-7 team in that division that I do think will make the playoffs this year is the LA Rams. I think when you have Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, you got Puka Nacua, you got a good young running back, you got a head coach in Sean McVay who can still coach at a really high level in this league. I think even though you lose Aaron Donald, I think what they are doing on the defensive side of the ball and the young talent that they were able to get and play a lot last year, I think it's going to be really, really big going into their second year. I think they're going to be way smarter. They're going to be way better players. I like the Rams at 10-7, getting one of the wild card spots, which means that at 11-6, I do have the San Francisco 49ers win the division again. For some reason, y'all know how they are in the regular season. The regular season merchants, so I can see them being, 5-0, 6-1, hitting a little bit of a stag, and then regaining their setting. Regaining their footing towards the end of the season. So yeah, I got them finishing 11-6, and win the NFC West.
Okay, I can get down with that. I would not be shocked. Like I said, I flirted with giving Arizona 2 or 3 extra wins. I'm glad you went there because I could see it.
What about the biggest storylines? I
know everyone's going to talk about the holdouts in San Francisco, but for me, it's the quarterback in Seattle. They're kind of in QB purgatory. Geno's a little older. Sam Howell's behind him. There's PJ Walker. Like, you're in a spot where you're not going to be bad enough to draft, someone with potential, but you're not going to be good enough to contend for a Super Bowl. I don't think you're going to be good enough to contend for a division title. They're in the worst spot in regards to nabbing a franchise quarterback. So to me, it's that. What do you do if it's midway through the season and you're 2 games under 500? Do you give Sam Howell a go? We know what Sam Howell is. How do you put yourself in a position to get that guy if you're not in a place where you can make the playoffs?
It's interesting. My biggest storyline is going to be in Arizona. What the hell do you do? What the hell are you going to do, Arizona, when y'all start out 7-0 and finish the season 3-7?
Not 7-0. That's the Arizona special, though, isn't it? That is the Arizona special.
What are we going to do when the Cardinals start out 7-0, look like world beaters, lose a game that they probably should have won, and then go 3-7 to finish the season and barely miss the playoffs?
Hold on. Let me see. Let's look at the Cardinals schedule and figure out that game.
A couple years ago with the Packers. You remember that Thursday night game? Packers came in there with a backup QB and beat them. I think that was Jordan Love, actually.
I think so. All right. So if they went 7-0, that means they'd have wins over the Bills, the Rams, the Lions, the Niners, the Packers. There it is. There's the game. The Patriots. Now, the Patriots is in December. That's too late. They play the Jets in November. They play Miami. There it is. I'm sorry. October 21st in Arizona, they play the Chargers. That's the game. That's the game.
That's the game they're up 24-7 and lose 31-24.
Yes. They're going to out-charger the Chargers, and then that's a wrap.
It's going to be a downhill thing from there. We're going to be like, yo, there's just no way. What about your breakout player? Do you have Marvin Harrison Jr. because he's on your fantasy team?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. Come save the day. Marvin gonna have 1,000. Marvin Harrison might have 1,200 yards receiving as a rookie.
Are you trying to speak this into existence?
I don't have to speak it. Woo! Man. Ronald Asler's tax returns got to the podium as soon as the draft opened to welcome Marvin. We didn't work out any other prospect in the first round. We looked at Marvin Harrison Jr.'s film at Ohio State and said, buddy, we ain't got to talk about nothing else. Close the film. Go be a family man. See you at the draft.
All Bam had to do was win a game, and he lost.
Oh, thank you, Bam. Thank you. God is some kind of good. Marvin Harrison Jr. home. My receiving core nasty. I just need one more dog. One more dog.
Jackson Smith-Njigba, this is the year. 1,000 yards. I'm calling it right now. 1,050 yards, bare minimum. Jackson Smith-Njigba this year. Calling it.
Okay. If he has that, then I think Seattle might be in a position to make the playoffs. Like if he has a big year, you don't think so?
No, they will still be 7-10. They're not going to be a very good football team.
Because if he has a big year, that means DK has also had a big year.
I think they're going to be an average football team.
All right.
What else?
Who's your breakout player? Hold on. Is it Marvin Harrison too?
No, I said Jackson Smith-Njigba.
Okay. My bad.
50 yards. All right, let's talk about a little Olympics. A little Olympic basketball. let's start with the men. What do you think about that domination in game 1? That boy KD bad. That brother KD.
That's
easy money sniper.
That if it weren't for him, they would have lost.
Yeah. Yo, KD, Ant-Man, Steph Curry, and Kyrie Irving at the top of my cook 'em list. Them the players that when they cook, you be like, ooh, get them.
Like that shot he made before half, I was like, yeah, we fine. Like America is okay.
Right. Yeah, we will be all right. Yeah, we will be all right.
Kevin is here.
Man, it's funny. It's funny to me when you after watching that game versus Serbia, it's like, yo, it's 15 alphas, 15 of them dudes on NBA rosters. They get to the Olympics though. You know who they put the ball in the hands of? LeBron, Raymond James. They give that brother the ball and say, "You got it, King."
He is still king. He's still. As someone who used to be a LeBron hater when he was in Miami, I don't know how you can sit here after all these years of success and still hate on Bron.
It's crazy, bro.
Like, how can you watch the game Sunday and be like, yo, that's one of the, if not the greatest basketball player I have ever seen in my life?
And even if you hate Bron, yo, your favorite player, literally, your favorite player is likely on this same Olympic roster, and they is passing him the ball. Like, stop. Who are we playing with? No. ISO on me real quick. Yo, cameraman, listen to all you dummies out here. Let me tell you something. I know we all got favorite players. Like at some point, we all kind of looked at LeBron and said, "Nah, bro, that shit you doing, that sound cute. You got a few more years." You didn't see the commercials. The brother was better than Father Time, and he still won. Now I want you to remember this: your favorite player is likely one of the 15 men on this U.S. men's Olympic roster. Think about that. Your favorite player is on the same team with Brown. So all that shit that you fans be talking about, oh, my favorite player. All right, cool. But what your favorite player is not doing is not telling Bron, yo, ISO. No, ISO, Bron, I got this. Your favorite player is passing LeBron, Raymond James, the basketball.
And if your favorite player is on another team, you know the ball going to LeBron, and you don't want that to happen.
So here's what I'm saying. At this point, it is 2024. This is what year? He going into year 22?
I lost count.
Listen, LeBron, it's over. Y'all lost. Jordan lovers, it's over. Y'all lost. I remember buying LeBron's rookie jersey. I was in middle school. Yeah, like it's over for y'all. Some of y'all just don't like it's over. Like the Jordan, like it's over. Jordan he revolutionized the NBA and catapulted into what it is today. But just look at number 23 out there on the court. Like it's clear as day. It's clear as day. Now let me ask you something.
Yep.
When you think about the Dream Team, right? That was 92.
Yeah.
When you think about the Dream Team in 92 and that Olympic competition that they faced, and you think about this Paris team, I don't know if they have a nickname for them yet, but this Paris team and their Olympic competition, you would say that just from a competition standpoint, this Olympic men's team is playing way better Olympic competition than that 92 team did.
Yes.
So would you say that from player 1 to 15, this team could have a run at that 92 Dream Team?
Statistically, probably, but in the eyes, like if we're just talking to people on the street, no, because that 92 Dream Team was so special and they kicked off what USA basketball is, right? Because before the Dream Team, it was college kids.
Yeah.
And then USA was like, no, that's enough. Bring in the big guns. And Magic recruited that team, right? Because they didn't want to do it. They wanted their summers. And Magic said, no. I can get them to play. He wouldn't got Bird. He wouldn't got Jordan. And everyone else fell in line.
Cool. I understand that. We listen. They were the first. They was the dudes. But here's what I'm not even talking. I'm talking about 5-on-5. Like we put 92 versus 2024. 48 minutes.
I would take
I'm gonna be
92
honest with
because
you.
David Robertson would have Joel
I
Embiid
think
in
we
hell.
got some matchup problems on for them, like them. Like I think 92 has some matchup problems. I don't know if they really gonna be able to exploit like they think.
Hold on, let's look this up because I'm intrigued. Where's the 92 Dream
I can
team?
tell you Isaiah Thomas is not on that team, so we don't
He
have
was
to
not
worry
on
about
that
him
team.
in any of these matchups.
I'm just trying to find the start lineup because I know Barkley was in there. Here we go, the starting five. Come on, just tell me who it is. I don't want to read. You keep going. I need to find the starting lineup. Here it is. So start lineup was Pippen, Bird. Nah, that's not true. Hell no. Chris Mullin didn't start on that team. Hell no. Chris Mullin ain't start on that team. No disrespect to Chris Mullin. Come on. How's this? Where's Kyle when you need him? How is it so hard to find the starting lineup for the Dream Team? Are you looking forward to?
I'm looking at something.
Yeah, there's the roster. But tell me who was the starter. Oh, was it. When did Jordan retire? No, Jordan played in 92.
What was the?
Here it is. Yeah, here it is.
All right.
For the Barca, it was Magic at the point, Michael at the shooting guard, Bird at the 3, Barkley at the 4, Patrick at the 5. I think you're right in regards to matchup nightmares. Like I don't think, who would Jordan guard? Jordan, I don't know who would Jordan guard though, right? Is he gonna run with Steph? Is he gonna guard? I don't think he's too little to guard Bron. I think Bron would probably be on Magic would probably be on Bron. Jordan would. Who's the starting lineup for this team? USA. It was Steph, Bron. Hold on, now I gotta find this because this is a variant, and I'm sorry I'm taking up so much time.
No, I was.
Let's see. I just saw it the other day. Oh man, this is insane.
All good.
We can keep going though, because I got to find this. Yeah, here it is. So here's the starting lineup. No, that's not it. You want to talk about the women while I look for this?
Yeah. On the women's side, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. It was not close. The women, they played Japan. It was a beatdown. Asia was. Listen, man. Listen, ladies. It is not fair. You be watching them women out there like, yo, we is bullying these women out here. Like, we is.
Did you watch the game? Because I was watching it at work.
I watched the game for about 10 minutes and I said, yo, I know. I'm watching the women's game like, yo, everyone's talking about the men's game starting international trouble. These women's games might start like international war the way the U.S. just bullying some of these.
Dog. So I watched the game. I was
at the prime minister somewhere saying, "No, these bitches ain't gonna be beating my bitches like that."
only I can do that. But during the broadcast, because the Japanese players were shorter, and someone on commentary said, "Oh, the key to beating Japan: keep the ball high." And I almost threw my phone. Just keep the ball high.
Listen, y'all telling me a little bit of racism ain't funny nowadays?
Said, one of the keys to being Japan, just keep the ball high.
No. Now imagine the Japanese team's commentary on that. Why you keep keeping the ball up so high?
Foul them. Be physical. But yeah, I think the women play again tomorrow. Yeah, man, just
Please,
enjoy
no
it.
more.
I think Asia has had 55 consecutive double-doubles in like international play, like in Olympic basketball. Listen, I ain't realize she played that many games.
I can't watch that again. I'm not watching that again.
So here was the start lineup for the men: Bron, Steph, Book, Drew, and Joel. That's pretty small. That is small.
I think these matchups would be dependent by those lineups would be dependent by matchup though.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that was the lineup against Serbia. If that went up against the Dream Team, I think the Dream Team would win.
No, I would say I think they would change. I think that for the Dream Team, they'd probably go their straight up their best five. It would probably be
you'd have to Bron, Steph,
KD, AD, and Ant-Man probably.
Yeah.
Or actually, I think they might have. I would have Drew Holiday start. Actually,
I would too, because I would have Drew on Jordan.
I put Drew on Jordan.
Yeah, and go from there.
Go from there.
Because you know who wouldn't be on my basketball court?
Who?
Joel Embiid would not be on my basketball court.
Funny enough, I might put Braun on Magic.
Yeah, 100%. They would guard each other. No, that's not crazy at all. And then I would put, who would Ant guard then?
He wouldn't be on the first unit. It'd be KD. The other three people. The other people would be KD, AD, and Steph. So Steph would listen, run.
So who's Steph gonna get? Steph gonna get Bird?
Yeah,
Bird said, "Come here, you little light."
Now we're gonna put AD on that side to rotate, and we're gonna tell KD you gotta take Barkley straight up.
Bam, Jason Tatum when he make the team. And Jamie, we not listening to Eminem. Stop it.
No, what you think? What you think of Steve Kerr not playing Jason Tatum like that?
That's exact. He knew exactly what he was doing.
No
one expect Tyrese Halliburton to play, but Tatum.
Yeah, why was y'all not outraged by Tyrese Halliburton?
Because we know Tyrese Halliburton there for a good time. He there to be the cheerleader. Like we know.
So is Jason Tatum not there for a good time?
I was shocked, man, because and this is no disrespect to this player because he is great. But if I'm Jason Tatum, I'm like, Kerr, you gonna play Bam Adebayo over me?
Yes. Yes. He plays the 5 more than you, Jason.
Jason couldn't get 4 minutes?
Nah, bro.
You put Book in? Now, granted, Book held the team together in the first quarter. It was either first or second quarter. Like, Book held it down until KD checked in for the first time. So this is no disrespect to Book. But if I'm Tatum, I just won a championship. And this is how I get treated? Yeah,
so Bam was actually took what I was going to say next. Yo, Derek White got like 16 minutes. And when I saw that, I said, okay, now if I'm Jason Tatum, I might feel a little bit of a way. Derek White got how many?
I feel so bad for Derek White because he just trying to have like this is a special moment for him. And then in the back of his mind, he has to know his 2 teammates above him hate him. Like Jaylen Brown hate that he made the team and Tatum hate that he got more minutes than him. And he just doing what's being asked of him.
What you think about what you think about Dawn Staley saying that if she could do it all over again, she might put Caitlin Clark on the women's team?
Yeah, it's kind of a big deal, but you know what she didn't say? Who she would take off.
Because I guess she's not taking anybody off.
Who you taking off for Caitlin? If anyone can answer that question, and if you want to say Diana Taurasi, 100% behind you, because even though Diana got some burn against Japan, even has that funny photo of her keeping the ball high and they're like reaching for it. It's hilarious. If you haven't seen that photo, just go on Twitter and type in Diana Taurasi. But that's like the only person that I will listen to. And I'll say it again, you can open up 5 extra roster spots and she still wouldn't make the team. And I know she leads the W in assist as a rookie. If you could open up 5 roster spots and she still would not make the team. It's not like she's on the bubble.
Think so? 5?
I don't think she's on the bubble. I think you open up 5. You can put Skylar Diggins-Smith. You can put Nneka. Well, Nneka wouldn't play. Nneka would play for Nigeria. Skylar. I put Dewana Bonner, Arike Gubawale.
But would these athletes play for America, though?
Yeah, they would because they're American. I'd make the argument that Alicia Gray should go in over Caitlin, but if you don't believe that, I'll listen. I think Aaliyah Boston would be an Olympian before Caitlin. Like, I don't think any of these rookies,
teammate?
I don't think any of these rookies, and that's Angel too, are ready to be Olympians. And that's okay. Her own teammate. Aaliyah, the Indiana Fever, and this is in the WNBA conference, the Indiana Fever are better when the offense runs through Aaliyah and not Caitlin.
You think so? Why?
Yes. Because when Caitlyn was drafted, I said she is known for her shooting. She's going to stick around because of her playmaking. She's a better.
You did say no. It's funny. I do remember you saying that. That was like verbatim what you said.
Yeah.
Bomani said Kerr sees Tatum as a 4, not a 3.
Well, then why is Kerr coaching? Because you got enough 4s. How many 4s do you need?
I mean, damn, if you can't go to Bella Noche's, where the hell can you go? Yo, silently, I got to get this off. That new JT album, kind of hard.
I don't listen to JT.
Listen,
but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, you got, bump it a little bit. Just bump a few songs for me.
Okay. You led me to the Church of Tyler the Creator, so I'll listen to you.
Listen, hold on, I got you real quick. This is a song called "90s Baby." She got a song.
I've heard "90s Baby." I've heard "90s Baby."
She got a song called "DOD," stands for Dance on You Know What. Kind of go hard. Kind of go hard. This is "90s Baby."
Of all the things you be pausing.
A little sample to start this thing off. Here's what I'll say: her lyrics better than I thought. Ooh.
Hold on. Can you pause that? Did she say no scandal, ma'am?
Wait a minute. This is JT. You're thinking of Carisha.
JT used to be one of the City Girls, right?
Yeah, she's the one that dated Uzi, though.
She's the one that dated Diddy too, right? She's with Diddy now, right? That's Young Miami.
That's Carisha. That's Young Miami.
Okay, my bad. I'm getting them confused.
See? You got listen. Get it together. You gotta know the girlies. Bam said Haley Van Lith is an Olympian before Angel and Caitlyn. Yo, y'all gotta stop disrespecting the 3-on-3 tournament like it's not legit.
Oh, it's great. I watched the men's game today, man. It's exciting. I forgot how fast it was. Like the pace of the game. So it's 12. What?
Now say that again.
The pace of the 3-on-3. So it's 12 minutes. Whoever gets to 21 first, or who has the most points at the end of the period. But there's no check. Like if they make a shot, you take it. You rebound. You take it behind 3-point line, and you just keep going. Like if you get a chance to watch into the 3-on-3, like it's super fast paced. Like you can fit a game in 30 minutes. Under that, you can probably fit a game in 20 minutes if there aren't a lot of fouls called.
Oh wow, they get after it.
Yeah,
they get after it. What else we got? SummerSlam. How about you want to just go through the matchups? Tell me who you think is going to win.
Let's do it.
All right. Bayley versus Nia Jax for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
If Triple H is smart, he'll go with Nia Jax. I feel like Bayley's run hasn't had one memorable moment since WrestleMania. Like at least give it to someone who's interesting.
Bam.
Get out of here.
I like Bayley because I think this will be her memorable matchup. I think Bayley's going to beat Nia Jax. Nia Jax is going to be salty. Tiffany Stratton's going to cash in on Bayley. Going to start a beef between Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax.
I'll take it.
Logan Paul versus LA Knight.
Excuse me. It's got to be LA Knight. Jake Paul don't defend that title. He's had it. It's been cool. Now give it to someone who can defend it like John Cena used to defend it every week. It should go to LA Knight, but Jake Paul will win. It should go to LA Knight though.
Man, if y'all are gonna give it to the Stone Cold wannabe, then give it to him. But he better be worth it. I don't see it. I think he's corny, but whatever.
For me, it's because he's so old. Like, dog, you closer to 50 than you are 20. Why are you wearing a leather vest and a sleeveless shirt?
Priorities. Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker.
Oh, Braun. They've been building Braun up. Braun gonna beat the hell out and Sami stood tall Monday night. See you later, bud. Back to Canada.
I think we're gonna get a Sami versus Braun versus Idra Dragunov.
Yes.
Triple threat, and that's where I think Braun will win the championship.
Do you think he pins Sami, or do you think
he pins Braun? I mean, Dragunov.
Okay.
So I think Sami will retain. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre with Seth Rollins as a special guest referee.
I don't know, man. That's the one I'm interested in the most. Seth last night said, "I'm gonna do what I want to do." I think Seth hates CM Punk more than he hates Drew McIntyre. Like I can see, because Drew, we have to continue to see Drew spiral. CM Punk's gonna win. Like we have to see Drew.
Took the word right. Yo, ain't no way y'all think in CM Punk's first singles match back, he not gonna win. He's gonna win, and Drew McIntyre, which is only getting funnier now. Drew McIntyre is about to spiral out of control. It's about to have me geeking the fuck out.
Yeah, Drew got to lose.
Liv Morgan versus Mommy Rhea Ripley.
Liv Morgan wins because Dom and Finn, or Finn. I don't think Dom turns. I think Finn Balor finally reveals that he's been working with Liv this entire time and screws Rhea Ripley out of the title.
Here's what I say is going to happen. Half of what you say. So Finn's going to come down there, reveal he's been working with Liv Morgan, but Dominic's going to come down there and in an effort to save Rhea is going to accidentally help Liv win the belt and retain. There you go. Now and it was only going to get funnier.
That's elite writing. Yes.
Yeah. It's funny. My job is not creative, but I have some creativity in my mind.
That's the one. That's what's going to happen.
Damian versus Gunther.
I want him to pull the trigger on Gunther because he be getting his shit off the past 3 weeks, and I just want to hear more of him calling people poor. But like MAGA talk is funny in wrestling, but it's not funny in real life.
It's giving real JBL vibes.
Yeah, like it's hilarious.
JBL had people from the borders.
That border segment will go down in history. That border segment, and that's where he's headed. Even though he's not American, he talking real red hatty, and it's great for wrestling.
Oh, Gunther was giving, and Gunther German brother was up there giving straight neo-Nazi vibes.
Like, Damian had a great run, and it was cool. Yeah, but if he loses the title, I think that leads more to the Judgment Day breaking up. Like that's another reason for them to break up.
I think Damian's going to win because if he loses the belt, it's going to lead more into him being a transitional champion and not that good one. And I don't think they want to do that to him in this new era. I don't think
he's old though. He lucky he got the belt. Damian Priest almost 45, isn't he? He old. I remember I looked at his age a couple of weeks ago.
I did not know that, but
yeah, he is old. He's been wrestling for a minute. Hold on. Yeah, he's 41. He'll be 42 in September.
That brother's old. Jesus. All right. I feel like we both know Cody is going to be Solo.
Yes. The question is, does Roman
return?
Yes, it's SummerSlam. It's one of the big four. And if he doesn't return, we get a sign that he is on the way. Like either his music drops, like we get something definitive. It's like, okay, he on his way back.
Our tribal chief returns.
Our tribal, I can't wait. Now, does he have Paul Heyman with him?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Okay. Does he have the Usos yet?
Introduced. Are you going to hear his ladies and gentlemen?
Oh, like during the match?
Like either I think after Cody wins, music's ringing and all that. The music's going to stop, and you're going to hear, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman.
Yeah. Well, how about this? Solo gets disqualified because everyone else jumps in, and while they're jumping Cody, then we get, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman.
Might be.
Might be. And SummerSlam isn't 2 nights, right? It's just one. It's just Saturday, right?
I think it's just Saturday, yeah.
Perfect.
Shout out to Bilal Muhammad on winning the UFC welterweight championship. He beat, I believe, Leon Edwards straight, like it was unanimous decision. So shout out there. Thanks, Bam, for the reminder there. Danny, what else do we got here to talk about, man?
You talked about Thor.
That was literally one of the most god-awful movies I've ever watched in my life. I was actually offended that I said, "No, this ain't my Marvel. No way."
Have you watched She-Hulk yet?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
I don't know how I finished that. That was some bullshit too.
Yes. Like the episode where she was busting it wide open while she was green. All right, that's enough.
Like, who like you? Let me ask you this: in your single days, you taking down She-Hulk in the green form?
No, I ain't got it in me.
Really?
Nope.
I always want to take me down in Glamazon. Maybe she might be riding that.
She like Rhea Ripley ×6.
Listen, I feel when we gonna talk about men be trying to act like Rhea Ripley not fine, but
Who
Rhea
said
Ripley
that?
is fine. There are men out here who think that Rhea Ripley look is not fine.
We don't
Yo,
listen to
crazy.
them.
She looks good.
And so does Jade. Like women can be muscular and be attractive.
And fine. So my thing be, are you afraid that they might beat your ass? Which then would make me ask, why would you be afraid of a woman putting hands on you unless, ding, 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 guess what you must do in your free time?
Hello. Yeah. I don't that's definitely an insecurity. Because if Jay Cargill walked up to the average man and be like, yo, you want to go out? I have a feeling the average man would be like, yes, I do.
Oh, yeah. No.
Can I jump on your back?
First off, I'm going to have to go in the bathroom and clean up because I'm going to jizz all over myself. I ain't going to hold you.
Ladies and gentlemen, D, where can you can yo, hell no. Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah,
whoa.
Temperature check. You got to see at hour 116 where people's heads is at. You got to see where they at.
You a freak ass boy. Yo, y'all can find us at @speakonthE_pod. You can find me at Danny Ocean 41. D, without needing to change your underwear, can you tell me where the people can find you?
Before I do that, bam. Thank you. Women's rugby. Oh my goodness. Listen.
Yo, did you see the play today?
Yeah, listen. There's something in these U.S. waters because listen. How could y'all watch I'm going to ask the people a question. How can the people watch women's basketball, women's U.S. basketball, and women's U.S. rugby, and maybe the disparity in sizes in our women and maybe other countries' women, and not think the country might be feeding us some bullshit? Because I don't know if humans should be this big.
Brother, just look at an NFL football field. Look at it. Look at all these offensive linemen. How many men that size are walking to other countries?
Yeah, not many. And you just be like, yo, what if they feed this? Because
if Trent Williams went to Japan, he'd be the biggest man there. Like in China, the only person bigger is Yao Ming. That's it.
And you'd be like, yo, I don't know if humans are really built to be like, how are we making people this big, Paul? But who knows?
Yo, you can't say pause after that other comment about Jay. Just keep going.
Well, play then. It's still Pride Month.
Where can they find you?
You can find me at Los Demix. That's at LOSDEEMIX on Instagram, Twitch, X, YouTube, SoundCloud. I got, I'm out here. Shout out to everyone who's been pulling to DJ sets and showing love. Speaking of love, not Kyle, Bam says that he loves them thick ladies. Bam,
that tells me
Bam think love, and clearly you got all the love for them. Kyle also said that unfortunately, Bam, Canada lost the gold medal rugby medal game today. Sorry to hear that, Kyle. Kyle, you gonna rep that Canada? You gonna rep that Canada?
Nobody loves Canada more than Kyle.
Except for when it came to Kendrick versus Drake, he quickly knew. He quickly said, "Nah, that Drake shit."
He ain't crazy.
What you think about Drake reposting fake Drake performing, doing some performances with the caption, "Sometimes you got to pop out."
Keep playing with fire, buddy. How many times do I tell you, old man?
I'm with Drake. Yo, play into it, Drake. You know you lost that shit, buddy. You might as well accept it, embrace it.
But you better not be quoting a man that just killed you. Leave that man alone.
Listen, nah. Listen, Drake. Sometimes you do got to pop out and show them.
Because I assure you, Kendrick got another round in the chamber. Leave that man alone.
Whoa.
Take your L.
Kyle said silver is still sweet. Speaking of Kendrick, yo, I played this this past Saturday. Let me say this. There was like 2 or 3 people from this past weekend during my DJ set that came up to me while I was DJing.
Mm-hmm.
Right, first time this many people came to me while I was DJing. 2 people were like, "Yo, some of these transitions are fucking insane. You're killing it. Thank you, love. I appreciate that." One girl said, "Can you play some Bad Bunny?" I played some Bad Bunny. One dude came up. He looked at me mixing, and he was like, "Wait a minute, hold on. You're doing this live?" I looked at him. I said, "Yeah, I'm mixing live." He said, "Wait a minute. This entire time, I thought you were playing like a pre-recorded set." I started laughing at him. I said, "My brother, no, this is live. Are you shitting me?"
Yeah, we don't do that around.
He was like, "It's funny that you mentioned that. How did you learn?" I'm actually in the process of trying to learn how to mix music now. And I was like, "Okay, my brother, I see what you was really trying to do." But he asked this because I came and played this, because I started playing this. So I was playing that, and that's what prompted him. I watched him walk up to me too. He got up and was like, "Yo, no, this got to be pre-recorded, right? How you doing this?" And I'm like, "Nah, brother, I'm mixing this live." No, it's fun. It's fun. DJing is fun. People are funny. People are funny. Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm glad it's going well. I'm glad it's going well for you because you work hard.
Thank you, man. I'll be in here. I got another mix from this morning if you want to hear. Well, that was what I was
saying. Yeah, go ahead and send it to me.
Yeah, I got you. Ladies and gentlemen, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with Danny and I on this lovely Tuesday, and all we can do is say thank you. Kyle, Bam, you guys got to start getting here earlier. Jamie, y'all got to start making sure you're getting here earlier. The commissioner talk is back, and y'all are going to want to really be in here when we get back into. Hold on. I hear you like I'm young. Hold on. Listen. Once this all money in fantasy season starts, I'm gonna need y'all to get right back in here in the mix of things. I'm talking to you, Kyle. I'm talking to you, Bam, because the shit talking will be at a premium. I need y'all to really be here, especially you, Kyle. I have you week 1. We are playing week 1, Kyle, and the Las Vegas Horned Ducks are prime and we're ready. Chase Brown apparently is taking real RB1 snaps, which might bode well for the Las Vegas Horned Ducks. Because we may be taking the step. This could be the year we're really ready to compete. It goes. They not like us. They not like us. Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a great week.